Today you are joining us in Oakville. We are on Kerr Street at a beautiful store called My Back Shed. This is a new location for you guys. Thank you so much for having us, Lisa.
Thank you for coming. I'm so glad you're here.
It is such a beautiful store on such a gloomy day. It is bright, it is airy.
Oh, thank you.
I know you have quite the story.
Well, it is a bit of an interesting story as how we got started, because we did actually start in a shed. I used to love going to garage sales and auctions and flea markets and buying, you know, old beat up furniture and then refurbishing them. And then one day my husband was in the backyard building a shed, and I asked him, what are the chances of you making that shed bigger? So he did, and we went in and we decorated it with chandeliers and put pretty curtains.
Total she shed.
Made it definitely really pretty. And then people would line up at my back gate and wait for us to open. We ran our sales like every weekend. I think every Sunday we did it. And they'd come and buy our stuff, and then we'd spend the next week filling the shed for the next weekend.
That's so fun. So you do garage sales, tag sales, and then you would, of course, take the pieces, make them your own.
Yes.
You'd refinish them. You would reupholster them.
Yep. Painting, upholstery, yeah, all of that.
Now, is this something that you came by naturally? You just knew how to do it? Did you learn how to do it years ago?
No, I used to be a dental hygienist, actually.
Okay, see, this is interesting.
Yeah, I had a midlife crisis.
Right.
No, and then, but I had taken classes, and I had taken this upholstery class because I was just, I really enjoyed the before and after of transforming furniture. So, yeah.
Me too, I love little projects.
I know. So then winter came, though, and we couldn't be in the shed anymore.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so then we opened up a store on Lakeshore in Bronte.
Yes.
And we were there for 22 years. Wow. So yeah, so it was great. So our look back then was a little more shabby chic. So the furniture was a little chippier,
a little more rustic.
A little more rustic.
Yeah.
We were a bit of a destination. When we first opened, we were only open on weekends.
Yep.
And then as my kids got older, when one started kindergarten, we'd add an extra day. And then another one would start, and okay, now we can open on Fridays. So we just slowly evolved that way.
And now you've got this brand new, beautiful space.
So yeah, we really we had gotten busier over the years, and we had really outgrown the little store in Bronte. So last September, we opened here. We quadrupled our space. And
quadrupled your inventory.
Well, exactly. Having this larger space really allowed us to bring in a lot of furniture lines that we just didn't have space for before. I feel like the furniture and all the home decor really showcases a lot better in this space. It's much brighter, and obviously it's a lot larger.
Well, it looks stunning in here. Coming up, we are going to be learning how to properly style your space after the holidays. We've put the decorations away, but we still want to make our space look amazing. That is coming up. Don't go anywhere on Morning Live. Well, we are back at My Back Shed, and we are being joined by Ange. Now, the holiday season is over. I have put away all of my bright, vibrant Christmas decorations.
Lucky you.
My living room is now kind of sad and blah. How do I cozy it up for the rest of winter? How do I make it look as good as it did, but without all the decorations?
Yeah, we're in the same boat. We just pulled away all of our Christmas, and now we're left with a lot of blank slates here, which we love. And we are trying to help everybody who's coming in try and like restyle their areas so that they feel better in their own space and that they're feeling that there's something new, even though it's kind of the old stuff. So whether it's reusing what you have from a bedroom or from another room in the house, we're just going to like start with styling a new, very neutral couch. In this bigger space, we have so much more room to carry these kind of brands. This is a Van Gogh custom couch that we brought in. Very neutral, nice oatmeal color. And we put a console table behind. Maybe at home you'd have a nice mirror or some candle holders, picture frames, but we've styled it this way. We've got two different looks here. We've got a modern lamp with a vintage side table that we've repainted, so that's a vintage piece.
That's gorgeous.
And then we've got this one, which is more farmhouse style with a caning and more of a vintage lamp.
I love
distressing
this.
Going
this is
on.
my favorite.
Yeah, so two different looks going on here. So let's start with the couch. The couch comes with pillows. Let's get rid of these pillows.
Okay, bye.
Those are not helping us.
Bye, yucky pillow.
Let's start with something neutral. Even though it's pink, it's still neutral. We like the neutral the look here. Yes, we use a lot of pink. I'm going to mirror you over here.
Okay.
So one thing about
We wanna match it.
couches, one thing about styling, there's like balance, repetition, and rhythm. So you can decide if you want to do a balance, if you want to do two sides to
Or you
this
can kind of
couch.
put it on one.
Or
And,
put- yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy is what makes.
All I know is that when I do it at home, it lasts for about 30 seconds, and then my kids and dogs just ruin it. So I can try as much
that's
as I want.
okay, too.
I can try as much as I want.
See, look,
but it
she's already
never-
styling. Okay,
Well,
so
yeah.
we're gonna do that in the
This
middle.
is like my dream. I'm like, oh, I get to style a couch and no one's gonna ruin it.
So this is like a balanced look, I guess. So this
Okay.
is like, very, maybe we don't want to sit on this, but this looks very pretty. So let's pull this back. Maybe we can take away the one of that pillow.
Okay.
And replace it with this one. Let's
Ooh,
add
yes.
some white just to brighten it up a little bit.
Yes.
We can mirror it again on this side. That looks fabulous.
It does.
Or we could just keep piling on the pink.
Yes.
Which we
pile
tend
on
to
the
do
pink.
here. So we can add in this one.
Oh.
We can add in another little bolster pillow, which would be kind of nice.
Oh my gosh.
We can add in more white, but also too, in a couch like this, putting white behind just kind of like brightens everything that goes in front of it.
It's true.
So
Okay,
that's
there's
another look
so
too.
many different styling ideas here at My Bag Shed. You definitely have to come check it out on Kerr Street here in Oakville. More style awaits. But for now, I'm going to send things back inside the studio. Now, it's not just about, beautiful candles and beautiful lighting. It has a lot to do with furniture here at My Back Shed. And Lisa does all the hard work. You really pour your heart and soul into all these pieces, and you can tell
Well, we
because
do.
they're magnificently beautiful.
Thank you. What we do, we take a lot of pride and we spend a lot of time really making sure that all of our painted pieces are really professionally done.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a couple here that I wanted to show you sort of from the start to the finish.
Okay.
So this is a cute little night table.
It's super cute.
This is the original finish, how we got it in. So
Okay.
it's not terrible, but it does
No.
have really kind of a yellowy tone to it.
Couple
It's got,
imperfections.
some imperfections, some dings, and some nicks.
Yep.
So what we've done with this table, so our process is we sand everything down because we want to make sure that the paint is really going to adhere.
Mm-hmm.
So all the pieces get a really good sanding. And then we go over them with 2 coats of a primer.
Okay.
And we sand in between each coat, again, to get a nice smooth finish. And then depending on the color we're going to paint the piece, it's going to be 2 or 3 coats of paint, depending on the paint color. Some have better coverage than others.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is a piece where we're at that stage where it's been all painted.
Okay.
We painted out the hardware. We've done it in a pretty gold.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
But then we just want to add a little bit extra. So just along some of these pretty little profile areas, I have this really nice gold paint. And I'm just going to take a little bit of it and just kind of just dab it on. Just
Oh,
a little
wow.
bit. Like it just kind of highlights all this really pretty carved detail. I always start off just with a tiny bit. You can always add more if you feel like it needs it.
But taking away is
It does.
more difficult.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I have to paint it all over again.
Exactly. Less is better. Less is better.
Of course.
And then this piece here is kind of the finished
The
piece.
finish, the
so
ta-da,
I
the ta-da
know,
moment.
and this piece is absolutely gorgeous.
It's so pretty.
So I know. So the hardware, it's the original hardware that we've painted. We've added just the touches of gold, but you can really notice how it just makes all the beautiful detail really pop.
And this is a custom paint color.
So yeah, we have a paint color that we love. We use Benjamin Moore mixes it for us. We call it My Back Shed White, but it definitely has more of a creamy undertone to it. I find on the antiques and the vintage pieces that a warmer white looks much better than a real
Agreed.
stark white. I find
Agreed.
it kind of looks a little bit cheap, maybe a little bit manufactured.
Too
when
clinical
you go,
or something.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So but that's our opinion. But we can do any color. Like
Anything that people want.
People bring their furniture to us. We've painted it purple, orange, you name it. We've done it. We'll do whatever you want. In the store, we tend to do more of the pastels
Right.
and the lighter tones. But we can paint any color that Benjamin Moore makes.
Okay, well, that's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to go downstairs in the store and we're going to get into detail about how many pieces you probably have in your family. Sometimes we have parents that are willing to pass down pieces because they're downsizing, or anybody else. Don't throw it out. Bring it here. to My Back Shed and get them to reupholster it or refinish it. All of that coming up on Morning Live. Back here at My Back Shed, and I think a lot of people have a chair that looks like this. At least I know I do. Mine's a bench. And my great-grandmother upholstered the beautiful padding that is on it now. But sometimes like this may not match with our modern decor, right? Like we love
Not
it
so much.
because it's antique,
Yes.
but
And it is sad because somebody spent so much time
And love.
into making this, but you're right, it
But you're
doesn't
like,
it doesn't really go with today's
No.
decor. But you could take this off, you could get it dry clean, make it into a pillow if you wanted to have
Totally.
some sentimental value
fold
to
it, put it in your airing cupboard,
Exactly.
and just keep it.
Exactly. So anyway, so this is an original chair. You've probably seen them at lots of garage sales. You might
Totally.
have a couple in your basement.
They're
as you
awesome.
met- They're nice.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful. They have lots of great detail. But we can make them better.
Okay.
So yeah, so we have a couple chairs here sort of to show you the process. So this one, we've stripped off Grandma's fabric.
Yep.
We've painted the chair.
Now, did you have to strip it to get kind of the varnish off
Well,
and
we
sand it down?
Yes,
Okay.
for sure. We
Okay.
have to sand it down because you can see it has a bit of a shiny finish. So you want to make sure the paint's going to adhere. This one, it was a little loose. Sometimes over the years the glue will start to let go. So this chair's been re-glued. We've painted it. It's been all re-webbed. So now it's ready for upholstery. So we're going to replace all of the foam in it because a lot of times the old chairs will have horsehair. Not so nice.
Who knows what's in
things
them?
you don't necessarily want in your house. So
Was that made from a squirrel?
I know. So we get rid of all that, and we have our foam, and then we put a layer, this is called Fertrell, just to give it a little bit of softness. So this will just fit right.
Oh, yeah.
Oops, there we go. Right
And then
on
you
the
make it
chair
so much
there.
more comfortable.
Oh, for sure. Like, look how soft that is already. And then we've picked a really beautiful floral fabric, sort of like a chintz, but it's a little bit more modern.
And it's so neutral that it can go with a lot of different spaces.
Absolutely. This fabric for sure could work in lots of different decors. So then that'll just get put over top, measure it all out, and then it'll start, our upholsterer Brian will start stapling it all down and getting it all beautiful.
Right.
And then this would be the finished product.
Gorgeous.
So you can see it has a
What a
really
difference.
beautiful loft. We finished it off just with some double cording just to make it a little bit more tailored. But the difference between, that chair versus this one you would love to have in your home.
Night
That one,
and day.
maybe not so much.
That one's in my basement.
Right.
This one would be in my bedroom.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you guys have like your own little design center here, so people can come in and choose the fabric that they want.
Yeah, so down here on our lower level, we've set it up so that we have, because it's difficult to find fabrics. There's not a lot of places anymore where you can buy them. So we have quite a good selection, and if people show up, we encourage them, bring pictures of your room, bring other fabric swatches, and we're happy to help you pick a fabric that's going to complement that rug you've already got, or your couch, or whatever's going on in the room. We like to give our opinions. So.
That's awesome. Well, a lot of people need them. I do.
Yeah,
I would
no,
prefer
for sure.
someone else's professional opinion over me just guessing, being like, oh, I kind of like that, but it's not going to match.
No, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if people want to get in touch with you, if they've got some furniture that they want reupholstered or painted.
So the best thing to do, pictures are always great. So if you can either email me or direct message some pictures, or you can send them to our website. It's mybackshed.com, and then we're able to take a look at them, and we can send you a quote. And then if everything's good, then we bring you in and we start going through fabrics, choose the right fabric, get it ordered, and then
away you go.
And away we go. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for having us, Lisa.
Thank you for coming. It was such a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. You can come visit My Back Shed here on Kerr Street in downtown Oakville.